All right. Good morning, students. So we're about to embark on a new adventure. And my name is Mark Rouse. I'm the district high school science specialist, and I've um, been teaching high school for about 13 years. And
Hello, my name is David Maps. I am one of the special education coordinators, and we are ready to show you how we're going to work through this science thing.
awesome. So just to start off, a little bit about what we're looking at. When you come to the Schoology course, we're going to embark on answering this question. And you're going to do that by building a portfolio. So why do outbreaks like coronavirus, COVID-19 spread exponentially, and how can we flatten the curve? That's kind of what you're going to be looking at as we work through this course. And we have a graphic right here for you that you can look at, and that's kind of the graphic that everything will be tied back to. And then a little bit about the Schoology course. So here's how the Schoology course looks. Here's some information about us and kind of what we're going to be talking about through the next several weeks. And in each week, there will be a folder. And so in that folder, you'll have a couple of things. You'll always start off with what's the objective for the week. And then you'll have a lesson, and that lesson will be a little video, kind of like what we're doing right now. And then you'll have an assignment, and you'll have at least one discussion question, maybe two. Make sure you pay attention to the due dates because those will be due usually by the end of the week for that week. And so that's how the course is laid out.
And so remember that as you are going into the Schoology course for science, that this project is all tied in together with all of your other subjects, and all of your courses in Schoology will be set up in the same manner so that it is consistent. So it is very important that you do look at those due dates and write those down so that you aren't confused with which discussion is due on which day or which work needs to be turned in by which day.
Awesome. So our first week is about scientific method in the scientific community. So briefly, I want to kind of review the scientific method. So here's a graphic we have, and this will be on the page. And so if you remember, first we usually start off with researching a problem, then a hypothesis, experiment. We take the data from our experiment, we form conclusions, and then we figure out, did we answer our question or do we have a different question? But notice it's not linear, it's not in a line. It's cyclical. So it's going around and around. So whatever I find as a problem may start me researching again. And as we go through this project working on COVID-19, I want you to think about that. How has a problem popped up with this virus, and then scientists have had to work through that problem?
So it's a cycle. It keeps going and going and going because every time we solve a problem, there's typically something else that comes up during our research and investigation that makes us want to continue looking at things from a different perspective.
Very cool. And so here is an article, and it's from Department of Homeland Security. And it's kind of about how the Department of Homeland Security is initiating, so they're starting research to mitigate. So mitigate would be to get rid of or to solve COVID-19. So how are they working to get rid of it or to solve it? And so there's a phrase right here. I'll highlight this phrase real fast. It's in the second paragraph, and it says, this will help us understand many of the factors that influence the persistence of the virus on surfaces or in the air. Because if you remember, originally the virus was spread direct contact, so person to person. Now it's being spread through the air, which they're calling the community spread. And then what methods are most effective for disinfecting potentially contaminated surfaces? So in this phrase, they're telling you they've asked lots of different questions. Now they're working through experiments and research to figure out how to solve those different problems, such as the persistence of the virus, methods that are in disinfecting. So as you go through looking at articles and researching for this, especially with the science idea, how is that scientific method being utilized in that research?
And so remember, when you think about the scientific method, then are they doing some type of experiment on it? Are they looking at it as that this is what the problem is and we're researching it? Think about exactly where they are in the scientific method in the articles that you are using so that you are ensuring that the articles are based in science and not based in opinion.
Which is very important because there's a lot of stuff out there where people put their opinion. It's not factual. And so that's what kind of we want you to look at this week is we want you to focus on starting your research and looking at how are they using that scientific method to research and figure out solutions that can help the general public. If you have any questions, you can always email me at mrouse@springisd.org.
Or feel free to email me at dmapps@springisd.org with any kind of concerns that you may have. And we will be sure to get together and come up with a viable solution, do some research so that we can answer those questions and help you solve those problems that you're coming up with, still using that scientific method.
All right. So we'll talk to you again next week. Have a good week.
Bye.